Weakness to warrior mindset. Topic of the day. It's a trap. Don't fall for it. It's a freaking trap. What am I talking about? All those freaking videos and all those freaking exercises about 5-minute abs, 20-minute abs, 3-minute abs. All you need is these 3 exercises and you'll get a washboard ab. All lies. Lies, lies, lies. Ask me how I know. I know because I've done all those abs workouts. I've done the 20-minute abs. I've done the 30-minute abs. Fuck, dude, I would do fucking three 30-minute ab workouts a day. And I never saw my abs. I never got close to getting my abs. Why? Because the motherfuckers don't tell you the truth. They lie to you. And the motherfuckers have like 200,000 freaking subscribers and shit. Like Tiff and Dan and all these other motherfuckers. Like, they don't tell you the fact that you can't out crunch a bad diet. You can't see your abs because you got too much fat on your belly. That's what they're not telling you. Because they don't want to tell you that. They don't want to give you the cold, hard facts. They don't want you to know that, their little scheme doesn't apply to you. Again, I go back to the gym. Dude, big old fucking fat gut. I saw him doing ab workouts, and I'm thinking, dude, it don't matter how many times or how many reps you do, you're never going to see your abs doing freaking ab workouts. You're only going to see your abs is if you reduce the body fat covering your abs. And don't get on here and tell me it's genetics and that everybody doesn't have abs. Everybody's born with abs. Jackass, it's part of your physiology. It's part of your, makeup. Everyone is born with abs. Unless you have some sort of genetic disformation or, you're just deformed somehow, some way. But everybody has abs. It's part of your physiology. The only way you're going to see your abs and get 6-pack abs is doing what I'm doing right now as I record this video. Walk 10 to 20,000 steps a day. It's success. You're asking how to do 20,000 steps. We'll do them in 30-minute increments. That's what I'm doing. I'll record this video for about 14 minutes and 45 seconds. Walk about 15-20 seconds more. Turn around and go the opposite way. That's 30 minutes. Roughly about 150 calories. 150 calories. Depending on your speed. You start slow, you just keep walking. You keep ramping up the pace. Normally I walk at a 3.5 mile per hour pace, which is a brisk walk. Right now I'm probably doing 2.7, something like that. And I'm just walking around someone's random property. You heard it, yeah. Someone's random property. I'm conducting a hydraulic load test, and instead of sitting around with my thumb up my ass, I'm gonna do some videos, get my steps in. A hydraulic load test takes about 2 hours, so I'll break it up in chunks. Start the freaking test, do 30-minute walk, go back, do what I need to do, practice on my harmonica, practice on my ukulele, do another 30-minute walk. You might think that it's lucky, but let me tell you something. It's a lot of bullshit. Just like every job. But I look at the positives in this. The positives are, on the days that I am granted to be able to do the hydraulic load tests, I get this downtime. Now granted, in the middle of fucking February, it's not so fucking fun. I can tell you that. Because it's cold as shit. And I carry about 400 gallons of water. And all the valves freeze up and shit. Especially when it's like 10 fucking degrees and shit. Yeah, it's not cool. In the summertime, it's hot as shit. So come August, you'll see me out here walking and I'll be sweating my ass off. But that's what happens when you live in a temperate zone. But back to the frickin' video and the topic. The only time the ab workouts work, or you should be doing your abs, is when you get down to about 15%. When you start getting down there, then it's time to start developing your abs. Because you might get down to 10% and just have a flat ass stomach. Because you didn't take the time to develop them. So focus on just maintaining muscle mass in your extremities and your chest and your legs. And wait for the abs until you're about 15%. And once you're at 15%, you can start to see some definition. Not a lot. Not as much as you think you would. You don't get to see that shit till you're down to 12%. But if you start doing it at 15%, depending on how locked in you are, it might take you a month to get down to 12%. And in that time, you're already training your abs. You're doing the things that you need to be doing to get your ab structure good. Now keep in mind, a certain way you train your abs is going to dictate pretty much the size of your abs. So you might train your abs with high freaking weight. Then you're just going to have a big blocky freaking abs. And then you just have some big ass ab muscles. Or you could do relatively medium weight with some freaking high reps. Get that burning. Get that burn. That way you have the freaking deep cut abs to where they pop. Choice is yours. Me, I don't think I want those big ass beefy freaking abs. Because then it throws your body proportion off. Me, I'd rather have the chiseled abs to where you can still see them through your shirt, but they're not freaking poking out your shirt, making you look fat. The thing about the abs is you only need about 4 or 5 exercises. Weighted crunches on a bench, where you lay across the bench. Bench is freaking, you're creating like a T. So your shoulder blades are on the bench and your torso is sticking out and you're creating a T. Now you want to create a position to where a little bit of your upper body is hanging over the freaking edge of the bench, so that when you do your abs, you're stretching them, sort of arching your back, and then you're doing the crunch. That freaking stretch is what gets it. Because it's that extra freaking couple 6 inches that makes the contraction that even that stronger and gets that more definition. You also don't want to fall in the trap of doing obliques weighted. If you do like really heavy oblique weighted exercises, what's going to happen is you're going to build big muscular obliques, and then you won't have that V taper. It'll go right back to looking like a sack of potatoes or a sack of fucking rice. You have a big midsection, and then you won't want that. So, for lower abs, you want to do hanging leg raises, or what I do is I go to the cable machine, put ankle straps on, and do reverse crunches or leg lifts. You also want to do Russian twists. So pretty much those 4 exercises. Crunches, side V-ups. You know you're getting really good when you can do a side V-up. You do leg raises, weighted leg raises, or reverse crunches, and Russian twists. And that's about it. Because then you're hitting all the parts of your abdomen. Here's another exercise you can do that's not weighted. So a 5th one. It's called stomach vacuums. You ever seen those weightlifters when they're up on stage and they're posing and they suck their gut in? That's a vacuum. You're pulling all your freaking, you're breathing out and then you're sucking your gut in. What it helps stabilize your muscles. It helps pull your freaking abdomen in. And once you've trained long enough, then your abdomen naturally just stays in. You don't have that freaking sort of pot belly sort of look. And usually the pot belly sort of look happens from your belly button to your pubic bone. You have that little freaking little poof. That helps with that as well. So, to recap, do not do ab workouts until you're at least 15% body fat. And when you do ab workouts, weighted crunches with relatively moderate weight, leg lift, weighted cable leg lifts or reverse crunches, Russian twists, side V-ups, and frickin' abdomen vacuums. That should be all the frickin' exercises you need. And you need to train them 3 days a week. Your abs can handle it. Because your abs are your core muscle, and it can handle the extra volume. It may hurt, but once you get used to it, you'll have those 6-pack hard as a rock abs. So continue to follow my channel. Get in the mindset. What are we saying? The weakness to warrior mindset.